a video of all the planners and journals that I used this year for 2024. I feel like this year I really let myself try a lot of different things and buy a lot of things. So I thought it would be good to document because I've already, I've forgotten what I started the year off with. I had to go back on my Instagram to see what I started off with, which are these guys. These cute little guys are my little Labubu yoga buddies. So I thought they'd look cute just hanging around. Anyway, I do have a few things to kind of flip through and I guess reminisce and review. So yeah, so the first post of the year for 2024 that I saw on my Instagram was a stack of these 4 things. I will start with this passport TN. I do still use this. I change the cover every now and then, but I still love my passport TNs. This one was set up for hungrygal studio stuff. So I just had a monthly, a dated monthly from TRC. There's just a notebook by Muji just for like ideas, and then the weekly supplement by Hobonichi. So that is still being used, not as much as I'd like, but yeah, I've moved into something else for this, so that's why this isn't getting as much love. Anyway, I won't really talk about what I'm going to use next year because that'll be a separate video and I'm still kind of deciding. I also had my Filofax mold in at the start of the year. I have since moved all of this stuff into another cover, so I will show that next. So there's that one, and then my pride and joy is my Hobonichi Weeks. This was, I think, the first Hobonichi Weeks Mega that I've used. Last year I did a standard, and so this is only my second year in Hobonichi Weeks. Loved it, still love it. I retired it mostly because I had used all, oh my gosh, there it is. I was looking for this. Sorry. I retired it because I used up all the back pages. So I started the year off pretty well. I've got a full flip of this in its own video. And then I think I finished it in June, yes. Because I used all the pages. I think it's 217 pages, thereabouts. Anyway, loved it. Very chunky guy. And then the one that I got on a whim, and I probably shouldn't have because I didn't really use it, is this Moleskine spiral. I think this is the extra large size. So it is bigger than an A5. Let me just grab an A5. So this is the cousin. It is bigger than that. So maybe it's a B5. Yeah. Nice paper. It was just too big considering how many things I already had. But when I did use it, it was nice. So it's just weekly pages, a monthly and then weekly pages, and it's kind of set up to do goals and stuff like that. But yeah, I really didn't use this at all. I've gone back to try and use the pages as note pages, but it was just too big. Maybe could have worked if it was my only planner, but it definitely wasn't, so therefore it didn't work. I've got a bunch of other stuff here. I'm kind of not sure in which order I used everything, but I do know that this Travelers Company weekly insert I used mostly. This is just the first half. I ended up selling the second half because I just wasn't vibing it for the second half of the year. So I initially tried to use it as a journal insert. Then I lost track of it for a few months, and then I hopped back in it as a planner, and it worked actually really well. Loved using this. it's just such a cute portable size. So this was very nice to use, and I used that with a monthly, I think. No, I think what I used this with was my passport notebook. Very cute. I actually sell these at my shop. They are Tomoe River paper. I initially set this up as a what's it called, like a memory keeper, and gave up in the first week. So then I started using it as a kind of, what did I write here, like a journal. So I use this with the weekly. Just started doing daily pages, dump notes, and then I think I ended up using it as like, there we go, like junk journaling, pasting in ephemera. I did really enjoy this. This is also where I journaled when I gave birth to my son. So yeah, I really love this book. It's such a cute size, and I feel like the small size is just so easy to fill up if you want to kind of journal on the daily. Anyway, I really enjoyed this. I might actually try and do this again next year. Swatches. Yeah, so I love this book. It's about 200 pages, so they work well in ATN. Next, I finally finished this penco notebook. This I use as my morning pages, so almost 2 years to use this. Started it at the end of 2022 and we finished it finally in August. I won't do a proper flip because these are my thoughts. But yeah, good paper. I did enjoy it. They are pretty expensive in Australia. I kept the barcode. So in Australia, these are about $15 for 100 sheets. So not bad, but I didn't really need it to be good paper. I just needed it to be decent paper, which it was, and it is. And I probably will get another one, to be honest. Okay, let's move these aside. After that, I think I did this guy. This is my pocket notebook, which I also sell at my shop. It also is Tomoe River paper. I just love little notebooks, to be honest. I started this one in August of last year and then put it away, picked it up, used it as a notebook, and then I finally finished it in June when I finished up with my hobonichi weeks. I moved into here to just finish off the pages. So I just set it up like a Bougeot journal. Again, love the size. It is just that much bigger than a passport. So it was great for dump notes as well. The other thing I liked about it is, I don't know if I can show, I journaled in here. Let's find a page that seems safe. This kind of safe. If you move it horizontally, it becomes a very nice page. As in, oh, there we go. It just gives you a lot more space to write this way, but then it's still compact. Anyway, I really enjoyed this. Yeah, it's got me considering a passport notebook again, but I don't know. So that one's a good one. I also have these two, which were just kind of like side fun projects. So this one is a passport TN, but more importantly, what's inside is an undated monthly, which I've been trying to finish since I think I started it in 2022. And we got as far as October. I set up November and December, but I didn't use it this month. I've just used it for October. And then in here is an undated weekly, which I started in July of last year. And again, tried to finish it this year. What date would this have been? September is when I used it last. Look, I might hop back into this for a few weeks. Actually, no. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I really am trying to finish all my little books this year so that I can start fresh next year. But that might just retire early. Anyway, yeah, again, like I said, I love my passport TNs, so no brainer. This little guy is so cute. I got this guy and I also got this guy. They're both Filofax Saffiano organizers rings. I got them on Amazon and they were super discounted, which is why I got both of them. I initially was just going to get one and I wasn't sure what size I wanted. So anyway, I got the pocket and then I got the mini. So this pocket I love. I've actually moved into a different pocket cover because I'm obsessed with pocket rings now. But this is what made me obsessed with pocket rings. They are slightly slimmer rings. So I think these are 19 millimeters. Anyway, love it. I will probably move back in here at some point because the feel is nice as well. It's not real leather, but it's just smooth. And because it was on the cheaper side, I don't mind throwing it around. So I love these pocket rings. The mini rings, it's just so cute. You know, it's just so cute. But realistically, I was just not in love with it. I think this size is not for me. I think it is more, I could use it as a notebook, but for planning, it just felt too small. This is like a weekly page. I can see the appeal because I think mini rings are really popular this year. It is enough if you're on the go, but to be honest, I don't need this much when I'm on the, like I don't need it to be this small, you know, because my idea was to use this and then also have like a separate home planner. But when I moved into pocket, I realized I could just have pocket and I could take this around with me anyway. But you know, I might try again. I might use this as notes instead. But it did come with 2024 weekly inserts, so that's why I've got them in here. It was also nice that I could have just like a spiral notebook with like cheap paper and just have like shopping lists. I did buy this off AliExpress to try and have more space for my cards, but it is just too big. Anyway, I've just kept it in here for what it's worth. But yeah, mini rings, very cute. I wish I loved them, but I just enjoy pocket rings more. Yeah, that's all I'll say about this. Very cute. I will probably try and repurpose the cover into a notebook anyway. I think the next thing was this bad boy. So if you guys know Monique Plans Monique Life, I think it's Monique Life at the moment, her handle. She does monthly books, and that's what intrigued me into trying a monthly book. So for September, I set this up kind of as like a bourgeois style, but also I was trying to have every single thing in this book, so it didn't work out. I just couldn't be bothered setting this stuff up, to be honest. I would set up the weekly and then have 2 pages to a day. It was nice the first week. By the time I had to redo the second week, I was just, yeah, couldn't be bothered, to be honest. I had heaps of different sections in here. I had, I tried to do the whole month. I think I stuck it out for 3 weeks and then I just moved on because it wasn't happening. Health, budget, recipes, reading, a media journal, so what I was consuming. What's this? Morning pages, probably shouldn't show that. What's these? Hungrygal Studios stuff. I think the only section that I used properly was my planner section, planner chat section. I guess because September is kind of when all the fun releases start coming up. I used all of that. Had a commonplace I didn't really use too much. And I have heaps of pages left over, which I plan to repurpose because I've just bought some stuff to try and make a discbound notebook. So that's my next kind of little project that'll be coming soon. What I'm kind of currently using and moving into, I guess, I started using a Hobonichi cousin for the second half of 2024 as a memory keeper. Love it. Love this guy so much. I just don't get along with the weekly section. I've tried and it's just not for me. But I love the size for dailies. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with that information. And then I've got these two guys. But before that, I also had this. This is my Moterm pocket rings in apricot. I'm still obsessed. She's still pretty new. I think I've had her about a month. And then I moved into my plotter, which is what I'm using now. If I'm being honest, I don't think the plotter gives me enough space to have everything that I want and need on the daily. I think I'm going to convert this into kind of a notes and lists book and keep that stuff together. But I'm just not vibing her as a planner. I just prefer this. So I might move back into this, or I might move back into my new personal rings. This is Personal Luxe, which is why it looks so huge. But I think I'm going to move into this for December and then set it up for next year, because this is what I plan to be in next year as my main planner. But this is so cute. They're cute together. Anyway, so I will finish up November in here and then probably move on. My standard TN, which I love, is just got two insets in here. I've got the dated 2024 by Travelers Company, which was gifted to me by the lovely Amanda at Lined Musings. Thank you very much. I'd never tried this size, so I loved it. I used it so much when I first got it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I don't know what I moved on to. What month would that be? September. Oh, I moved on to the monthly notebook. So I did come back into it, I think this month, yeah, in November. I just won't show you because I am now planning my hungrygal studio stuff in here. So I'm still using it as a planner, but I did fall off it in September. And then I've just got a lightweight paper notebook here, which is also for hungrygal studio. So this is my hungrygal studio kind of notebook to get stuff done. I currently do have a Black Friday sale going on, so go check it out if you'd like. I think that's everything except for the one other journal that I'm using and have been using all year is just another standard 10. But this one is for my boys. So I've got one for my first son, and then my second son, and then my personal journal, which I plan to finish this year. Also almost 2 years to finish. This one I only really journal when I've got really heavy feelings. So yeah. And yeah, just writing to my boys. I only started these this year, so this will probably go on until I finish. It's just little notes about their milestones and stuff that I like to keep track of and write down because you just forget. One more thing that I've used and am using. Sorry, I forgot about these guys. I started the year off with this supplement notebook. It's a private message. And this is just a budget book, which I can't go through, but I do have a video of me setting this up, I believe, when I set this guy up. So I am almost done with the pages. I've got 2 pages left, and there's only in November and December to do. So this is actually going to get me through the whole year. So love that. The other things, these are more just fun stuff. So I love my planners, and I've had a lot of time to experiment this year. So this is kind of a book about planners and journals, I guess. It's just a lot of like kind of dump notes and thinking about what I want to use for next year. Yeah, and some fun drawings by my son. This is just one of the Moleskine notebooks, just one of the thin ones. Yeah, it's been really fun. I do think I want to do something like this again next year, or have a section like this in my rings. Because I think I do enjoy having a planner and then like a side project, just to have fun, nothing too serious. And then this little guy I set up recently as my junk journal. I was just really missing the passport size, not really in a passport at the moment, so I opened up one of my notebooks and just started doing a junk journaling. Anyway, love this. I still have to fill this out and add some more things, but yeah, it's so fun to do. I think that is everything. Thank God. That was a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of experimenting with stuff this year, which has been very fun. My next video will just be my, what's it called? My 2025 lineup, because I think I know what I want, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, sorry, that was kind of just a long video talking about nothing but planners. If you've watched this long, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!